Today I'm coming to you live, in my little comfy state, with my blankies but I'm on the couch chilling, watching me some TV. But I decided to do a story time today because I just did another video talking about, that I just let myself go downhill, after high school. And I wanted to tell you guys why, you know. So when when I was in school, I used to be bullied. I really was. I was bullied almost every day of school. Like in elementary, I was bullied because I was smarter than most of the people in my class. I was like the 4.0 student, and people just bullied me because of it. Because my teachers adored me. They were like, "Oh, you're a teacher's pet. Oh, you're this. Oh, you're that." And it kind of hurt a little, because I didn't really have any friends. I only had one friend, and then that friend turned on me too because they told her that they would shun her if she was my friend, and she just completely just stopped being my friend, and it really hurt because that was the only thing I was calling on when I was coming to school. Having that one friend there. And then, I got to middle school, and then, when you get older, you start having crushes, and then the guys that I had crushes on, I let them know, and then they'll start talking about me, because like I said, I have this little mark here. I had it since I was in middle school, and then they just will make fun of me, make fun of that little mark. They'll just call me pimple face, or they'll call me disgusting and ugly and say, "Oh, who wants to date a girl with that on her face or look like you?" Or it hurt. It really they would say things to hurt me purposely, you know. And they like I was miserable. My whole going to school was miserable for me until I got to high school. Like I was extremely miserable. Then I get to high school, I make all totally new friends. Everybody, I've made a lot of friends when I got to high school, and that turned around and made me happy. And then a couple of my friends betrayed me. That's another story time for something else. And you know, I guess they got jealous because I was a huge tomboy. I always dressed up like a guy, a little like I never wore skirts or dresses. I was always a tomboy. Then when I got to high school, my mom told me that I needed to get out of that phase and be more of a young lady, and she started buying me these new clothes and then get my hair done and everything, and I started being girly, and then they started attracting some guys. So I guess they got jealous and tried to destroy me because I'm like, well, if you do the same thing. Like, I mean, I'm not purposely doing this just to get somebody attention. I'm doing this because my mom told me that I had to wear that stuff, because I was too boyish. Even to this day, I still, from time to time, I still don't wear dresses. I hate dresses. I probably I tried wearing sundresses for a while, but they made me feel fat. Like, I mean, I felt a little fat when I was wearing sundresses. Because when the wind blow, then it would like whoosh, like this chunkiness. But after that blah blah blah. Then well I didn't wear sundresses to after high school, but anyway, in high school I was I started getting a little bit girly. I started wearing heels. I started getting my hair done, wearing makeup, getting my nails done. I didn't really get my nails done like that, but I really will always get my hair done. I got my hair done. I got my hair done almost every week. Sorry, my phone went off or whatever. Um, I was having fun. I was that girl. You feel me? No, but I hated. I really did hated it though. I hated the girliness, the heels and the makeup. To be honest, because some society make you think you have to look a certain way in order to get attention. I'm like, but me, I didn't really like attention. I just wanted friends. I didn't want guys to talk to me too much. I didn't really. I mean, even to this day, I just don't be feeling interested in people. I just want to stay at home and just do my thing. Except for this guy that I'm talking to now. I really, really am interested in him. He's really nice. But anyway, now let me tell you what caused me to stop wearing my nails, stop going now, stop. So in high school, I was in this dual enrollment. It's called LI Health. I was going to high school and college at the same time. So I met this guy. We're gonna call him John. I met John while I was in the college and everything. I didn't really know him, but I remember I saw him all the time. I used to always see him, and I saw him on the bus every time I went to high school. I would take the bus to school, like the public bus, and he would always get on the bus, but I always sat in the front, and he always sat in the back of the bus. And I remember I always saw him, and then when I saw him, like, who? He looks so familiar, but. So John, like, I know where you live. Like, he is so funny because when I first met, like, actually talked to him, he was like, I know where you live. I'm like, stalker, creepy, what the heck? And he would tell me, oh, you live by that corner store, and you live by that church, that's where, where I live. And I was like, you live right next to those apartments by that field. And I'm like, this creepy this dude's stalking me. But come to find out, he literally lived right around the corner where the apartments was at. He lived right there. So, my jaw's killing me. So, I was like, oh, you jerk or whatever. So then we just started taking a bus together, like whenever we got the chance or whatnot. And we started talking, as friends and everything. And I just started to develop a little crush on him or whatever. So, this one girl, I'm going to call her Angel. No, I'm not going to say that. I'm going to call her Myra, I guess. I'm going to call her Myra. She kind of stepped in the way of the situation. She didn't really like him. She only liked him because she wanted to kind of embarrass me, trying to get back at her ex in a sort of way, trying to make him jealous. But she was basically using him. And then at the same time that she was talking to him, she was talking to other guys too. And this is the guy that I like. And when I came out and I was like, oh, well, I have a crush on you. He was like, oh, well, I'm talking to this person. I'm talking to Myra, blah, blah, blah. And my heart just shattered. And it was so weird because I had friends who were like, well, tell him about her. I'm like, no, because I don't want to seem like the type of person who's going to break up somebody just because I like somebody. Like, I'm going to just let him find out eventually. I'm like, I mean, whatever. So, after, I guess, him and Myra stopped talking because he figured out what was going on with her or whatever. So we still stopped. And the weird part is, his mom and my mom knew each other. I didn't know it until I went to his house to do his hair. And his mom was there. And she was telling me about my mom. And I'm like, shut up. No way. It's cool. They worked, his mom and my mom worked together, and it was pretty cool. So, sorry, my nose is just itching. So, we was talking. I mean, this guy was at my house almost all the time because we were like friends. So, one day I decided to tell him again after him and Myra broke up or whatever, stopped talking. He was like, well, I only see you as a sister, blah, blah, blah. And I still was feeling hurt, so I'm like, whatever. I guess we just keep this friendship going. And then one day, I get with this guy, but he didn't know. And then he came out of the blue like, oh, well, I like you, blah, blah. I'm not like, well, I'm already seeing somebody now, So he was like, oh, well, okay. And then he would say certain things that were like, I'll be like, oh, yeah, okay, yeah. And then the guy that guy that I was talking to before him, that's another story time too. That was crazy. He was kind of like him, but he was just, John was just, every time I got with somebody, he always came out and confessed, oh, I have feelings for you. And then when I came to him, then he got and I just be like, okay, sorry, they said my memory is full or whatever. But he would always say, he had a crush on me whenever I was with somebody, and I would say I had a crush on him after that person didn't work out. And it was like kind of a back and forth thing, but kind of finally he was really playing me in a way. I felt like he was really playing me in a way, and it was so weird because when I found when I found that out, I was hurt. It got to the point where I gave up because every guy that I've dated cheated on me, and I broke up with them except for one. One guy did. It was only one guy that never cheated on me, but I don't know why we broke up. I forgot. But I mean, either if they cheated or they played me. It's either or. But it got to the point where like this was in high school, and then like right after I went to college, like I had to do one more year of college afterwards, and I had my associates. And then that whole year, I mean, it was good. I passed two of my classes, but I failed another two. I failed one because one of the teachers, she was trying to make me seem like I was stupid. So I just started wondering, I'm like, what's the point of me staying in your class when you constantly just belittling me because I don't know? I'm like, you the teacher, you teach me. That's why I don't know it. You teach me it so that I can know it. Stupid. Like, what else? And then she gonna tell me something. Well, she gonna tell my mom because my mom had her class too. She gonna say something. I think your daughter let a guy get. I'm like, I don't let guys get in between my work. If that was the case, I would have been failing class all throughout high school. I would have failed high school completely. I'm like, no. The simple fact is I asked you to help me, and you was like, how do I not know this stuff? I'm like, because I'm in a class to learn it, stupid. That's why I don't know what you supposed to be teaching me it. And then she was like, well, I don't know how to, like, she was just belittling me. And I'm like, I hated her with a passion. I hated her. But, anyways, after that, I kind of fell off. I just quit. Because I was like, what's the point when people just keep cheating on you and playing your feelings because it hurted. It hurted me with the past. I used to always go out. I used to go to the rec center. I used to go to the river walk. I used to go everywhere. I used to do everything. But after that, I stopped doing my hair. I stopped doing makeup. I stopped getting dressed up. I stopped taking pictures. I don't even take pictures on my social medias anymore. Well, I just recently started back taking pictures. But I take pictures like once every 2 or 3 months. Like I stopped taking pictures. I stopped hanging out with friends. I really had my self-esteem just went downhill after that because you constantly kept choosing other people over me, but then will come back later on and say, "Oh, I always liked you. Oh, I always had a crush on you." But because you think that I'm gonna always be there to like you, that if this person fell, you could go ahead, come to me, and that hurt. It hurted me, and it was to the point that I remember we moved, and he called me and he told me that he came up to my house and was wondering what happened. I'm like, we moved. He's like, where you moved to? And I'm like, I'm not gonna tell you because all you do is play with my feelings, and it hurt. And I stopped doing my hair, stopped doing my nails. I just completely stopped doing everything. I went back to my tomboy phase in a way. But I never left the house. The only time I left the house was to go to the store. And it got bad because whenever I got money, I spent it on junk food. And that was like comforting me. Like I was eating to comfort my low self-esteem, like my broken heart. I was always getting all types of junk food, just eating away, eating. My mom was like, the more you eat, you're gonna gain this weight. And I knew it. I understood her, but it's just like I was so hurt, and that's the only thing that made me happy was eating, you know. And it took a toll on me. It got to the point where I used to weigh 175. And the more I ate, then I went up and I weighed 235. My weight went up to 235, 235 pounds from 175. And then it got to the point where even when I visit family, to this day I don't, certain people, like certain family, not like my brothers and sisters, we joke a lot all the time, but then when you visit like aunts, uncles, and all that stuff, then they just start calling you, telling you, oh, you got fat, why you got fat, and then they just constantly keep making fun of you because you got big, but then they don't know the whole reason why you're that big, and it hurt. Like, you can't just sit there and just say, oh, you fat, and then laugh and then make jokes, fat jokes, and you don't know the whole situation. Like, you don't know what I've been through that caused that, And it was, and then my one of our family members was just like, oh, this family look back, like she was comparing us, like this family member looked better than all the rest, and then it just like it it added to those fat jokes, and it just shot me, and like it was to the point I literally had cried myself to sleep that day. Because I felt miserable, because I mean, not only was I eating and I gained this weight, but there's people making fun of me for gaining the weight and don't know my story, the whole situation is why I gained the weight. And then I mean, it's like people, when people, I can see, I mean, some people, like some big people, they'll be like, oh yeah, I'm fat now, I'm proud, blah, 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 you know, and they'll make fat jokes about themselves or whatever. But if somebody is like gaining weight and they're not making fat jokes about themselves, they miserable, and you don't know this because they don't. I mean, even though I don't have to tell you about my life, people will be like, "Well, why don't you tell?" I don't have to tell everybody about my situation. You know, you don't need to know about my personal life. I can choose to tell you about it. You know, but it's like you don't know the whole situation, and then you add into that situation by making fun of somebody for gaining the weight that they gained when they was miserable, and they was eating like it was to the point I couldn't control my eating because I was so hurt. I didn't realize that I was eating as much as I was eating, and and at the same time I didn't care because I was thinking I was depressed. I was like, what was the point, you know? So I just, and it really do, and especially when you see old friends. Now, like I ran into an old friend of mine, and then she was like, oh my god, you got fat. You know, I'm like, you don't tell people that. Like, I mean, I can see I gained the weight, but you don't have to announce it. And then you announced it in front of multiple people. And it wasn't like it was just me and this person by ourselves. We were in front of all these other people and friends and stuff. Like, oh, you done got fat. You fat now. And I was like, it hurt. It hurted when they said that. And I was just like, you know, and then it just added on. I just went back, started eating again because I was miserable. And I know some people be like, well, shouldn't that be the time where, but not everybody mindset is just, is the same. Like, some people, when they're hurt, they eat more. Like, when I was getting hurt, like, like I said, I couldn't control my eating. But that was the only thing that made me, like, certain foods, it brought back happy memories. That's what food does, you know. Certain junk foods, it'll bring back a happy memory of your childhood or something, you know, the life where you used to smile all the time. And then when you eat it, that's the only time you can feel happy. You know, a lot of people keep saying, how is it, but certain foods will trigger a happy memory or, you know, a happy feeling, you know. And then you'll just constantly start eating it because you think you want to feel happy. You want to continue to feel happy and not miserable, because feeling miserable is the worst. It's the worst feeling in life. Like, you cry every day. You wish your life was better. I mean, there are thoughts in your head of you. Sometimes, I mean, when I was younger, I used to have thoughts in my head just wishing that I would die. Like, it got to that point, and then people still just they don't ask you what happened. Well, how you know, you gained a little bit. I mean, I guess if you say, hey, you gained a little bit, what happened? What's going on? But if you're just like, oh, you fat now, you fat, you're all fatty, and, you know, just make, like, that's horrible. You know? And then I wanted to be happy, so I went back to those foods that made me happy, like chocolate and ranch. I will put ranch on everything, and ranch made me happy. I have pizza, spaghetti, you know, all types of junk, just like chips, especially barbecue chips. Like, I will throw down a pack of barbecue chips in a minute, you know. And it was like, it got to the point where even when I did want to lose the weight, I tried, but I lost the weight. I did. I lost all of it. But I got played again, you know, and then it hurt it, and I was miserable again, and then I like, go back to your happiness, go back to what made you happy, boom, eat, boom. Now, you know, now I've learned that I changed that. Food, I don't go to food anymore. Like, when I feel miserable, I don't go straight to the kitchen to find some food. I go for a walk now. I realized that when you go for a walk, a long walk, even when you thinking about the situation, it disappears. Like the anger, the sadness, all of it just disappears. And it was like this one time this guy angered me to the fullest. It was like this was a couple months ago. He angered me to the fullest. Like I was pissed. And then cause I started walking to work, so I just went and walked to work. Like I'm thinking about the whole situation going over in my head to how to cuss him out or just I was just angry. But then it's weird because when you walk in, you start to notice like sceneries and buildings that you never noticed when you drive in a car because you going speeding right past it. But as you walk in, you taking your time past it. And then I'm looking like, I didn't know this was here. This is pretty. And then not only that, it's a lot of woods over here where I live. I live on the outskirts, and where it's all the woods and fields and stuff. And I just walk past, and it's like this cornfield. I'm like, ooh, they got a corn again. It's growing. And I see all the woods, and I see the deer. Like, wow, look at the deer. They're so cute. And just walking. And then out of nowhere, I just forget about the whole situation. I'm like, what the heck was I mad about today? But then when I see that person again, I get mad again, and I go for a walk. That's how I turned that eating obsession into just, it's sort of a walking obsession. I lost a couple pounds with just walking. I lost a good 10 pounds walking. So like when I started my diet again, I went to, because just the walking alone, I lost 10 pounds and I was at 225. And I hated when people be like, oh my God, that's just water weight. I'm like, look, whether it's water weight or not, you still losing something. I mean, who cares? Technically, for me, it wasn't water weight because I would drink twice as much water than I was supposed because I was walking in the heat. I was walking in the middle of summer. So, as I'm walking, I'm constantly, I had this big old huge jug of water and I would be constantly just drinking it. I had like 3 or 4 of them a day, And they were like, that's just water weight you lose. I'm like, I don't think that's water weight. If I'm drinking twice as much as I'm losing, then how's that water weight that I'm losing? But anyways, I really got out of that little funk. I still don't go places. I mean, I just recently started back dating this guy. He's really nice. I hope he's not playing me like that. I mean, he's really genuine, but I'm scared. I don't want to be hurt, but you gotta take risks now. Every now and then you gotta take a risk. But that was the reason why I let myself go. I literally let a guy destroy me. But never again will I let any guy destroy me ever again. Like, it's to the point like, you play me, you see this? No, I'm just kidding. But I'm starting to get out of that funk. I'm starting to go out more. That's why I want to do the traveling thing. Because I need to get out. I know it's comfy in my little cubby hole, my little sanctuary. But it's time, But anyways, that was the story of how I just let myself go. The reason why I let myself go. But I'm getting myself back on track. For the summer, summer is only 3 months away. But y'all know. But anyways, that was the whole story. I feel a little better now talking about it. So kind of making me excited now to actually lose the weight. But anyways, see you guys next time for the next story time. So